Everyone, Scotty Connell, West Ham Fan TV. Welcome to the big match preview. Today I'm previewing our upcoming fixture Wednesday night, 8:15 kickoff at the London Stadium against Chelsea. Another London derby. We're looking to do the double over Chelsea for the first time since 2003. The worrying thing is, when we done that was the year we got relegated. So, fingers crossed it isn't a bad omen for us. Obviously, losing 2-0 to Spurs last time out, the performance was not good enough. It was slightly better than what we saw against Wolves. Granted, the first goal for Spurs was handball and should have been disallowed by the new laws that are in place of VAR. But, ultimately, we didn't do enough to win the game. I would have liked to have seen us be a bit more attack-minded against Spurs, if I'm honest. I think there was an opportunity to get at them. As I said before, they've got their defensive record wasn't that great going into that game. So maybe they were there to be got at, but I just think we were just slightly too cautious. It's one of them things where either Moyes he's either being overcautious and not trying to lose by too many goals and then throwing all his eggs in the baskets for the games against the likes of Burnley, Newcastle, Norwich and Villa, or he just don't know what to do. It's one of them twos, in my opinion. I just think that with this game coming up, we could find ourselves in a bottom three with all our relegation rivals playing, before our fixture against Chelsea. So that could put us in a decent position. It could put us in that thing where, okay, we're in that bottom three. We've got to throw a bit of caution to the wind. We've got to go for it, and try and get a result against Chelsea to put us in good stead going into the remaining fixtures. Or Moyes might look at it again, damage and reputation, try not to get beat. We wasn't overly attacking when we beat Chelsea 1-0 at Stamford Bridge earlier in the season. We did make a few mistakes, but ultimately we put in a decent team performance. We showed a bit of character, showed a bit of heart and fight, and that's what we're going to need going into this game. Chelsea, they're not a bad side. Obviously, changes, in my opinion, are going to be needed. I don't think we should go out there with the same attacking lineup what we saw against Chelsea. I think we need to possibly freshen it up. Throw someone in there who's that Chelsea wouldn't have been looking at. Obviously, you look at the last two games we played, we've stuck Antonio up front on his own. It's quite predictable in how we're playing and what we're going to go and do. So, throw a bit of caution to the wind. Still set up with your defensive mindset if that's what Moisey wants to do. But mix it up a bit attacking-wise. Give Chelsea something else to think about. Don't just go with, Bowen on the right, Antonio up top, and either Fornals or Anderson on the left. It's predictable. They can read the game. They can tell what we're going to do. Mix it up. Possibly try Yarmolenko up top. Possibly go two up top. Give a Jetty a run out or Silva. A bit of fresh legs, bit of fresh mentality. And we need to start using our substitutes. Chelsea showed against Leicester, their last fixture, which they won 1-0. They made 3 substitutions at half-time. Moyes needs to start doing that. Moyes needs to start chucking bodies on, players getting game time. We can't afford to go into the next round of fixtures with players who have had no game time leading up to this. So, I want to see changes. I want to see some tactical changes as well. I don't want to just see like for like, he's booked, get them two off. We'll put 2 players who are exactly the same in their position. I want to see something a bit different. So we'll have to wait and see what Moisey does. Injury-wise, Snodgrass, as we know, definitely out for the rest of the season. Hilaire and Masuaku, as far as I understand, are both fit again. But rumours floating around, that Hilaire will not be involved or will not be starting in this fixture, which would be interesting to see, especially he's fit and he is our top goal scorer. So, very key into us getting results. Are we saving him for the games, as I said, against Burnley, Newcastle and the like? We'll have to wait and see. Chelsea, they're looking to make it 4 wins on the spin since the return of the Premier League. Obviously, as I said, they beat Leicester last time out 1-0. They have beaten Manchester City 2-1. They've got some good players, as we know, but I do believe they are there. We can, if we put the right performance in, we can get a result against it, but it's going to be hard. Injury-wise, that's over Hudson-Odoi, Christensen and Pulisic, who came off injured in the Leicester game. As I said, they did make 3 subs at half-time, so I think Mason Mount was one of them players that got pulled off at half-time. We'll probably see him start in this fixture. The interesting thing will be to see who they start up top. Giroud's got a decent record against us, as we know from his time at Arsenal. Tammy Abraham, decent young player. Both both different styles of play. And Pulisic, if he is fit, you know, he's obviously a threat as you've seen during this season. You know, he's got a few goals for him. Looks an exciting player. And another one to keep an eye on is obviously William. He's another player. He blows hot and cold a lot, but he has got that little spark about him that can cause a few problems. Interesting facts on this one. Chelsea have failed to score in the last 2 visits to the London Stadium. But on the downside, we have lost 3 of our home London derbies so far this season. We've never lost 4 London derbies on the spin in the Premier League. So fingers crossed we continue that and get a result in this one. Other interesting stat, Lanzini has got 9 out of the last 20 Premier League goals scored in London derbies. So will we see him being brought into that side with that type of statistic? You know, that's about around 45% of all the goals scored in the London derbies, or the last 20 goals scored in the London derbies, 45%. That's a very, very high percentage. You know, could he be the change that we need to see in the side? Let me know what you guys think coming into this one. As always, we will be doing a watch along for this game. There will be the new version of fan cams, so to speak, going up afterwards. There will also be a post-match pint, so make sure you check out all of those. Click the links in the description below to buy our t-shirts. I'm not obviously wearing one today, but there's some good merchandise there. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you get a notification when a new video gets put up. And also follow us all across social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You know, interact with us as much as you guys can. If we're on the live feeds, you know, comment on the videos, get your questions across at times, you know, when we're looking for questions as well. And yeah, one thing left to say, come on you Irons.